Hello and welcome to your full body yoga stretch with the chair. The goal of this class is just to help relax your body, to stretch you from head to toe and have you feeling amazing. So we'll do a few stretches from our chairs and then we'll come to standing for a couple gentle stretches and then we'll be all finished. So starting at the very edge of your chair, just sitting up nice and tall. Now keeping your eyes closed, or you can gaze softly down at your thighs. Let's just start to become aware of this present moment. So we're pulling ourselves inward here for just a moment. Start taking nice big inhales through the nose and exhale out through the nose. Just slowing down our breathing. Maybe taking a moment to notice how our body feels. Notice how your mind feels. And notice your breath. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. And try to let go of any tension that you might be holding on to in this moment. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, if your eyes were closed, you can softly open them. At the edge of your seat, nice tall spine. Take a big inhale and exhale. Slowly drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder, still keeping that nice tall spine here. Just feel that nice gentle stretch through the left side of your neck. Let the shoulders feel heavy. Inhale the head back to center and exhale over to the left side. Relaxing your breath. Inhale slowly back to center. We'll do it again on the same side. Exhale, release the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Option to stay here if this feels perfect, or you're going to turn your nose down towards your shoulder just to get a nice little stretch through the back of your neck here. Option to stay here, or lightly and gently take that hand on top of your head. So you're not pulling down on your head, you're being very, very gentle here. Still keeping your spine up nice and tall. Exhale, release the hand if it was on top of your head. Slowly pull the head back to center and then over to the other side. Release the left ear down towards the left shoulder. You can stay here, or you can start to turn that nose over towards the left shoulder. Gently take the left hand on top of the head for a little bit of added tension here. Keep that nice tall spine and feel that nice beautiful stretch through the back of the neck here on your right side. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, release the hand. Beautiful. Bring the head slowly back to center. And we'll come into some cat-cow. So I'm just going to turn my body slightly on an angle. You don't have to do that though. Start with our cat position. So we're going to drop the head, tuck the chin. Think about separating the shoulder blades, really rounding and doming through the upper spine. And then take a big inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest up towards the sky, open up the heart, pull the shoulder blades down and back. And with your own breath, and at your own pace, just transitioning between your cat and your cow. Getting that nice stretch through the spine, gentle mobility. And as you go along, really try to pair each movement with your breath. And take it one more time with that cat-cow. Wherever you are, there is no rush here. And when you're ready, you can slowly meet me back to center. We'll continue to warm up and stretch out the spine here with some side reaches. So sitting up nice and tall, take a nice big inhale and reach the right arm up towards the sky. Keep that right glute or that right bum glued into your chair. Relax the shoulder away from the ear. Maybe you gaze up at the sky, or maybe you gaze forward. Depends how it feels on your neck. Just hold here for a couple breaths. Exhale, release the right arm down. Left arm goes up. Take a big inhale. Reach, reach, reach. So you're really lengthening from that fingertip all the way down into your hip here. Relax your breathing. And we're going to take another flow from here. So just going from left to right with those side reaches. So pair those big juicy breaths. Inhale as you reach up. You can hold the stretch or you can just flow right through. Exhaling the arm down. Just moving at your own pace and your own breath here. Really lengthening fingertip to hip. And take it one more time on each side. You're doing beautiful. When you're finished, meet me back in center. Let's continue with the spine because it feels so good. So now we're heading into the low back with a lumbar twist. So let's just slowly start to walk your feet over to the right side, just a little bit. Take the right hand behind you, the left hand on top of your thigh or your knee, wherever it wants to go. Take a nice big inhale to lengthen your spine and then exhale to go a little bit deeper if that feels good for you. So you can look over towards that right shoulder. Soften your shoulders and soften your breath. And feel that nice decompressive stretch right through the low back. Take one more inhale here and exhale slowly back to center. And we'll do it on the same other side. So walk your feet over to the left just a little bit. Left hand goes behind you, right hand goes on top of your left leg. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in, nice tall spine. Like someone's pulling you up to the crown of your head, and then exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Try to relax your body as much as possible. Relax your toes. Relax the space between your brows. And from here, once again, we're going to take a nice little flow going from right to left. So inhale, reach those arms up nice and long. Exhale, come into your lumbar twist onto the right side. And do this at your own breath and your own pace. So if you want to hold the stretch for a couple breaths, then please hold it. Or you can just flow right through, kind of like I'm doing right now. Big inhales and exhales, twist. Take it one more time on each side. When you're done, you can meet me back in center. I got one more over here. Beautiful, bring it back to center. And let's come into our goddess pose. Goddess pose, we're gonna take a nice wide stance with our feet. Your knees are in the same direction as your toes here. Sitting up nice and tall, gently engage the core. Bring your arms up into cactus position, so shine the palms forward. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, lower the right forearm down on top of the right thigh, and inhale, reach the left arm nice and long. Beautiful side body stretch here. Your gaze can be up, or it can be forward, or even looking down at your toes, whatever feels good on your neck. Take another inhale. As you exhale, pull yourself up, use those core muscles, and then release onto the other side. Left arm goes down, inhale, reach that right arm nice and long. So really try not to tip the body forward. You want to think about lengthening from those right fingertips all the way down into your hip. Inhale. Exhale, pull yourself back to center. Use your core. Exhale, release that right arm down. Inhale, reach the left arm over nice and long. Exhale, pull yourself back to center one more time. Release the left arm down, reach the right arm nice and long. Relax that shoulder. Take one more inhale. Exhale, pull yourself back to center. One more big cactus stretch. Pull those shoulders back, open up the chest here. Lift up through the heart and slowly start to bring yourself back to center. And we'll come into the standing portion of our class. So take your time as you get up. Nice and slowly. And we'll take our chair right in front of us. I have a couple nice stretches to do from standing with you all. And we will start with a downward dog. So down dog, keeping your hands on top of your chair. By the way, this is one of my favorite stretches to do. You're going to start to slowly walk your feet back away from your chair. So some of you might like to be up quite high. Others, it might feel really good to just get nice and low. You can bend the knees. You can take a nice wide stance. You can find stillness, or you can sway the body side to side. It's whatever feels good for you. Whatever position you're in here, you want to think about really elongating the spine. So sending the tailbone up towards the sky. Just lengthening the back. You'll feel a nice stretch down through the hamstrings. You'll feel on tops of your shoulders. Take some nice deep breaths here. Beautiful. And on that next inhale, you'll start to slowly walk your feet back up towards your chair. So take your time so your head is the very last thing that comes up. Say hello to the world again, and we'll carry on with some more stretches. Coming into high lunge, step back with that right leg nice and long, bending into the left knee. In this position, just making sure your knee is stacked over the ankle, and you'll notice that my back heel is lifted off the mat. If it feels better for you, you're more stable, you can flatten that foot. The back leg can be straight, or you can add a bend into that knee as well. So we're going to pour our focus into the front of that hip flexor, right in the right hip there. Start by tucking the tailbone under, squeezing the glute a little bit. Notice that deepened sensation. You can keep your hand on the chair, or you can bring your hands onto your hip or into heart center. We're going to take a couple deep breaths here, a little bit of balance. Beautiful. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, release your hands back onto your chair. You're going to hop your back foot in just a little bit, maybe a half a foot to a foot. Soften your kneecaps. We're going to start with a nice tall spine. Take your inhale. As you exhale, we're going to hinge the body forward, send the hips back as we lengthen into the back of that left hamstring. So feeling that nice stretch here. Now your hands can stay on your chair. You can prop your forearms onto your chair if that feels more restful. Or for some of you, maybe you bring it into heart center for a little bit more active pose here. Gaze is slightly forward. You have that nice long spine. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, press through both feet, lift your body back up to center. Place your hands on top of the chair. Bringing that right hand in towards the center of your chair will release the left arm up towards the sky. So you're getting that nice big twist through the upper back. Think about spreading those fingertips nice and wide. Soften your breath here. Take one more inhale, and exhale, release the left hand down. Hop that back foot back in to meet the left, and we're going to switch sides. I'm going to bring my chair to the other side of my mat. You don't need to do that. This is just so I can still face the camera and you guys can see me well. All right, so high lunge onto the other side. So now we're going to step back with that left leg nice and long. So being mindful, your knee is stacked over the ankle. Your back foot is either lifted or planted. That is preference, and you can add that bend into the knee. Hold on to the chair if you need to. Otherwise, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the left glute, feel that nice stretch through that hip flexor. Hands on the hips or hands heart center. Let's take a couple breaths here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, place your hands back onto your chair. You're going to hop the back foot in just a little bit. Soften both your knees, getting ready for that pyramid pose again. Take an inhale with that tall spine, and as you exhale, begin to hinge the body forward. Send your focus into lengthening through the back of the right thigh into the right hamstring. Remember that gaze is slightly forward, so you don't want to just drop your head. And then play with the arms. If it feels better to be on your forearms, do that. Or pull the hands into heart center, engage the core. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, begin to slowly lift yourself back up, nice and tall. Take your hands on top of the chair again, bringing the left hand towards the center of the chair, and then reach that right arm up towards the sky. Get that nice big twist through the spine. Open up the chest a little bit here. Soften your breath. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Take one more big inhale. And exhale, release the right arm back down. Hop that back foot in. And before we sit back down, we'll do one more opener for the chest and the shoulders. We'll do a standing fish pose. So stand away from your chair. Place both your hands on top of your chair. Option to stay here if this feels good. Or you'll start to slowly walk your feet away from the chair until you feel a perfect amount of stretch through the chest and through the shoulders. From here, really ground your feet, slight bend through the knees. Think about lifting up the heart towards the sky. Lift the chin. We'll take a couple deep breaths here. Beautiful. Very slowly start to walk your feet back towards the chair. You can release your hands and then meet me back in your chair. Take your time. We're going to do one more stretch. We're going to stretch into the hips. We're going to do my favorite one of my favorites. I have lots of favorites. Okay, so back in your chair, sitting up nice and tall. I'm going to show you the first variation of our seated pigeon. So we'll all start by just crossing that right ankle over the left. And then from here, you're going to push that right knee away from the body. So the aim is to stretch through the outside of the hip there. So you have that option to stay here, relax your shoulders, focus on your breath. Or if you want a little bit more, you can take that right ankle across the left thigh. Some of you, your knee might be hovering up closer towards your chest. That's okay. Wherever you are in this pose, in our pigeon pose, take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, if it feels good for you, start to hinge the body forward just a little bit until you feel the perfect amount of stretch through the outside of that right hip. We'll be here for 3 breaths, so try to relax as much as possible, letting go of any tension. Take one more big inhale. Exhale slowly back to center. You can release the right foot down, give it a little wiggle, nice little shake out. Other side, so crossing the left ankle over top of the right ankle. Push the hand into the inner thigh and press that leg away from you. You can stay right here, or you can bring the left ankle across the right thigh. Find that nice comfortable position. Sit up nice and tall, breathe in. Exhale, start to hinge the body forward until you feel the perfect amount of stretch to the left hip. There should be no pain, no discomfort. Try to relax your shoulders and relax your toes. Take one more inhale. Exhale, slowly pull yourself back to center. You can release the left foot down, shake out that leg a little bit. And we'll end with our hands in heart center if you like, so you can bow the head down closer towards your heart. And just take a moment to show appreciation to yourself for making the time to show up for your practice, to show up for your mind, your body, and your spirit. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I wish so much peace into the rest of your day and into the rest of your week. So from my heart to yours, Namaste. And beautiful work with completing day 3 of your Ease into Exercise program. If you have any comments or questions, drop them below. Otherwise, have a beautiful rest of your day.